Please get ready for Madelein Smith. She got her start in Rochester, New York, where she produced an all-female showcase entitled Rage Against the Vagine. Now she lives in New York City, and you can see her headlining all over the U.S. Please give it up for Madelein!
Thank you, guys. Keep it going for Mark. You're all here because of Mark. It's me, headlining across the U.S. Now I'm here in Corning, the bustling metropolis. I'm so excited to be here. This is amazing. You guys have been an amazing crowd of cowboys here. They allowed you to come inside. That was nice. Thank you. There are a few black people. That's good. That's good. 3, which is 3 more than are normally in Corning. So we've really changed things. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate it. Are you? And you're Liz's grandma? Oh, you should be very proud. You are. Of course you are. Okay. She has all her teeth. Okay. Fucking. Not everyone can be a duchess. Good for her. You know? I just had a tooth removed. Okay, Liz. Good for you. Okay. Great. Okay. Sorry, I did some math. Everything's fine. I've been traveling, doing comedy. I've been doing comedy for a little while. I've been traveling all around, and I was traveling to the Midwest. What a lovely place. And I was in Wisconsin, the most romantic of states. I know, thank you. Someone did a sad woo, which is perfect for Wisconsin. I was traveling with a male comedian, and this is so wild, you guys, but he had a lot of thoughts and opinions to share, which I know is unheard of for a man. Thank you, only women, for laughing. Thank you. This man upset. Thank you. You come into my town with your ripped leggings and say this about my people? Just because they're like, listen, I do have crotchety ripped leggings because I have a lot of plans for tonight. This is your dad, I'm sorry. That's your father, and I'm your mother now. Say goodbye to Linda, okay? You're sitting aggressively forward right now. Is everything okay with you, or are you just, okay, sounds like it, great, okay. We'll get back to you in a minute. I was traveling with a man. I do want to get back to him because I am looking for a man to pay for my existence, but do you think you could do that? You'll fuck Linda, you know what I mean? They're already broken up, right? Are they broken up? Listen, everyone, okay, let's talk about Liz's childhood trauma. Are you guys broke? Do you have a girlfriend right now? Well, I have leggings with a big rip in the crotch, so. I truly do. I'm taking antibiotics. I'm crazy. Constantly have a yeast infection. I know. Is this a good resume, Papa? I don't know. Is this how you get a man to love you? Listen, sir, let's get back to the task at hand. I was traveling with a man. A lot of thoughts and opinions. Male comedian, a lot of thoughts and opinions. We were in Wisconsin. We were in a hotel room together. He turned to me and he said something very smart. He said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, if you were my wife, I would never allow you," which is already great. "I would never allow you to go on the road with a man." I know, right? I know. I was like, wonderful. If you were my husband, I would kill myself. Oh, now you're okay. All right. Don't fucking overdo it now. She's the funniest comedian I've ever seen. Because you know about the ripped leggings. Okay, listen. Please. I'm gonna fuck everyone in Corning. It would be so easy for me. Do you think? If I fucked everyone in Corning, it would take 1 hour, you know? It's done. No, listen, not everyone, okay? There's some people who, I don't know, but certainly, cowboy hat, this guy, okay. All right. chill? Alright, you seem like you're drunk right now. It's fucking high. Alright, yeah, I see you. That's what this place is. A place for alcoholics. We're all here. We're all here. This is a great place. This is really, I am actually very happy to be here. Truly, truly, truly. I do love it. As I said, I can't drink because, yeast infections all the time. But everyone else, please keep drinking. My husband doesn't really allow me to do anything. I do have a husband. Isn't that wild? Are you okay? I'm sorry. Listen. Everyone calm down. Don't tell him what I said. I do have a husband. I do. But it's okay. Everything's fine. In case you guys couldn't tell from my generally slutty air, my husband and I are in an open relationship. So. Hey, listen, Liz, I'm your mom now. I am your fucking mom. We're in an open relationship, and I don't know how you guys, what do you guys think about that in the Southern Tier? Are you cool with open relationships? Yeah. I would love to have sex with you on a horse, I don't know. I would be I'm like half off the horse. My head's just touching the ground. I don't know, I'm like, what a time to be a woman. I don't know. I'll think about it. We are in an open relationship. And it was so nice because, it's a difficult thing. And you have to be very communicative. You have to be very respectful. And before we got married, my husband was like, Madelein, listen, I know that you're a goose on the loose, I know. You're a woman about town. And he was like, if you want to have sex with other people, that's okay with me, right? And I was like, thank you so much, because I was going to do it anyway. And thank you so much for signing my permission slip, Thank you. I was like, please address me as mother. I do. It's been weird though. And I live in New York City now, so being in this open relationship has opened a lot of doors to me. I'm going on like a tour of the boroughs, a terrible tour that no one should ever go on. Just having sex with men who live in abject poverty, I feel like, and I don't know if it's just me, but usually when I go into a guy's apartment, and I know you're better than this, but usually, don't shake your head at me, we're legally married now. Usually the first thing I see is just like a hardened bar of Dial soap, or like some Irish Spring, right? This lady's covering her face because she has it. She's like, she's come from me. Listen, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with Dial soap. Good for you, it's fine, everything's fine. Listen, I have $4 in my bank account, so Dial soap all the way, good for you. But I just feel like I hook up with the worst possible people. I've noticed too that most men that I have sex with don't have literature, they don't have books. They might be illiterate, I don't know. If they do have a book in their apartment, it's usually like Catcher in the Rye, to show he's a serial killer, or like Infinite Jest. He's like, I'm gonna finish it one day. You're like, okay, great, Brad. Good job, Brad. I'm very happy to be here though in Corning. I really am. It's a lovely place. My sister-in-law, she lives in Elmira, and she's awesome. I really like her, so I usually when I do shows around here, I stay with her. And she has 2 kids, which is great because as you guys know, when you get married, there's so much pressure on you to have kids, right? Everyone's like, when are you gonna have kids? When? And you're like, I think I would rather just die on a pile of money. And I don't mean that against kids. I think kids are great. I just have noticed about kids that I don't want them in my house, near my belongings. Have you ever been babysitting and you hold hands with a kid and their hand feels like they just stick to jar of honey, and then I rolled it around in some dog fur. That's what all kids, they're gross, right? They're gross, but they're so sweet. So I'm glad that Liz is your kid. But she's an adult now, so she's less sticky, probably. We'll talk about it later. I do though. I really do like kids. But my niece and nephew are so great because they took the pressure off of me. They're so great, and I was so excited when my nephew was born. It's such an exciting moment, and I went to the hospital and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna meet him. And then before we went into the delivery room, my mother-in-law was like, Madelein, before we go in, I just want to say, just be appropriate. Me? Oh, little old me. I was like, what kind of monster do you think I am? Do you think I'm gonna kick in the door? Megan, how's your pussy? Do you need me to spray something on it? Which I did do, but in a very appropriate way, in a very familial way. I was like, it'll be fine now. My nephew was huge. He was 10.5 pounds. Right? Yeah. See, moms, are you guys moms? Yeah. So right? You're like, I know. See, I can't. My vagina's already falling out as it is. Yeah. Every morning I just fold it back in. Can you imagine? It's already like a suitcase, that isn't packed properly. It's like one side is really long. I don't know. It's fine. Listen. This is a clean job. You know what's so funny is there was a kid here before, and I was like, I have clean material, Mark. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry. She's gone now, right? What if the whole time she was back there and she popped up? And I'm like, listen, my vagina, one side is long. That would be what a learning experience for her. One side is longer though. Is that normal? Do you think that's normal? Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. What if you were just let me show you? I feel one side is doo doo doo, and the other side is It is funny though. I think it's good to be open about these things, cowboy. You know what I mean. I think it's good. We should be open about our bodies. We shouldn't be ashamed about our bodies. We should be open. But it is funny because I was thinking about my sister-in-law. I think at baby showers is when people are the most open, right? Have you guys ever? It's very scary. And I went to my sister-in-law's baby shower for her first baby. And I've noticed that moms, they're trying to make you not feel afraid, right? Because it's bad, it's terrifying. You're shitting in front of people. It's not. I don't think labor is a fun experience, but they're trying to make you not afraid. So it's supposed to be light and fun, and there's always one woman who's oh, what a fun present. Oh, it's fun, and you're like, Karen, that's nipple cream. It's not fun. Calm down. And they always are saying little asides that are very jarring. There was this one woman at my sister-in-law's baby shower, and she was like, "Oh, Megan, it's all worth it when you hold the baby. You hold your baby, and it's all worth it." And she was like, "I just have one hole now. I just have one." But then they put the baby on your chest, and it's all. What? What did you say? She's like, "Yeah, it's just what. It's all become one. But you know what? When they put Brandon on my chest, it was worth it." You're like, was it? I don't know. That doesn't sound good. I don't know. I'm concerned. I don't know. Now I've been so disgusting and told you all these horrible things. I have to tell you that I used to work as a nanny. I know you would hire me, certainly. I think that's kind of why I don't want to have kids, because I was paid to spend time with kids, and now I'm oh, okay, that's enough. That's enough. And I do think kids are very funny though, and I was sad when I was moving to New York City. I had to go and pursue my dreams, and I was very sad. And I was saying goodbye to the little kids that I nannied for. We were hugging, and it was very emotional. We were hugging, and I was like, oh, I love you guys, I'm so sad. And then the little girl started rubbing my leg like a lot, and she was saying, and then she looked at me and she said, nice and hairy. And then she said, just like Daddy. And I was like, no. I'm a 45-year-old man. I don't know. I stopped. I haven't shaved my legs in so long. And like I said, I'm married. Someone is legally obligated to have sex with me. So I just stopped. I know. It'll be okay. Will you still like me? Okay. You seem like you're really committed to this relationship. I do need someone to pay for my dental surgery. I did have one tooth removed. Can you pay for that? Okay. You seem really confident in yourself. The little boy that I used to babysit for too, he was so funny. He was 2 years old when I left, and he loved to tell me knock-knock jokes. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard a joke from a 2-year-old, but they're really good, right? Because their brains don't work. So their jokes are just great. One time, he was supposed to be taking a nap, and it was dark. He was laying down, and I was like, okay, see you later. And then he was like, do you want to hear a knock-knock joke? And I was like, I want to be paid money to spend time with you, so whatever you want to do, you know? And he said, very close to my face, he said, knock, knock. And I said, who's there? And then he licked his finger like this, and he put it on my cheek, and he was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm never having kids. And then he whispered in the dark, he whispered, Orange, you glad? I didn't say Madelein. And I was like, this is a serial killer. This is the world's tiniest serial killer, but he's a really funny comedian now. He's got a Netflix special. You guys have been so amazing. I can't believe it's been this long. You know, I wasted so much time trying to get the cowboy man to love me and Liz's dad to love me. I've only got time for one more tale. Oh my God, that's not even your dad!
Just let you go with it.
All right, listen, I'm your new Aunt Liz, okay? Fucking... What a fool I am. Where is her dad? He doesn't support her? Oh, come on! He did? Oh my God! Jesus Christ, all right. Now, have a good night. I just leave on this term. Sorry, Liz, what a fucked up night for you. Like, really. I'm like, hey, remember how your dad died? Anyway, I'm gonna have sex with your uncle. I'm so sorry. You're very funny. You're very funny. I love you. I'm really sorry. You're not doing a trick on me, right? That's okay. We're not talking about this anymore. I've been living in New York City for a little bit over a year now, and I didn't get very much catcalling happening to me. I didn't get very much, which is good. Catcalling, you guys know, is bad. It's not good. But when you move to a city that's known for its catcalling, and then you don't get any, you're kind of like, oh, why did no one choose me, Mama? I wore my best Forever 21 frock today, you know? I thought I would certainly find a suitor, but I didn't get very much. And then one day I was walking to the train, and as if a gift from God, a man across the street, he yelled, "Hey, ma'am!" Which already was terrifying. And then he said, "That looks like an ass I'd like to eat."